Welcome to Rentschler Field in East Hartford, home to the UConn Huskies. As we'll see a squad from the MAC, the Kent State Golden Flashes. Taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the UConn Huskies. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. UConn will deliver the opening kickoff and we'll get this game going. And here's the return. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So Kent State's offense will take the first swing of the game. And David, their quarterback hasn't always blown you away statistically, but he is a guy that the coaches trust.
Yeah, and he'll show you some flashes of why you should trust him, Reese. But here's the thing. This is not a guy that we're saying, go win me the football game. That's not where he's at right now in his career. Jesse, he's a guy that needs the others. That they got to help him out. They got to play on schedule, not make those mistakes, and guys really play well around him.
Yeah, David, the one thing quarterbacks don't want to be referred to as is a game manager, but that's really more what this guy is. You're right. They have to be able to run the football. They can't turn it over. They got to play great defense. If they do that in this game, he's good enough to get this win.
Wants to fire on second down. Finds his man down the middle. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. And the Golden Flashes want to move quickly. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Fires to the big fella. He'll make a play on third down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32.
And the offense showing off the short passing game, moving the sticks. Nice job, and look at them. They're right on the football, ready to capitalize on this momentum.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll get rid of it. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. The Golden Flashes will call on their punt team. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Makes the catch. Wants to make a move upfield. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. So the UConn Huskies offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And this running game might have a huge advantage when they get to the second level of this defense, David.
Well, and this is a big challenge. Like, you're overmatched. You understand this guy is a top-shelf player, and I'll be honest, this defense has kind of struggled a little bit this season. But
and the rush will get to him at the 25.
And that's not a good sign for this offense. You gave up 4 sacks a week ago. Now you're already getting your quarterback hit. They've got to protect their dude. They got to give him more time so he can make plays down the field. Protection is the biggest issue for this offense.
They'll wrestle it down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
Well, the defense wasn't expecting that. They had a lot of guys back into coverage. That was second and a lot of yards to go, and they got caught off guard. Not enough guys in the box to control that running back.
The Huskies lining up, just needing a few tough inches on third down. They'll try to run for it. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45.
Awesome job. Run the football, right? It's really basic. Go to those plays you know can get you first downs, get you some extra set of downs, then you can go make big plays.
And the Huskies getting set on 1st and 10. To the air on first down. They're setting up the screen. Fighting off the defender. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
Gotta love this play call early in the football game. Like, the quarterback, get in a rhythm, run a screen play, get it to a playmaker, create some space, move the sticks, get a first down. Nice start for this offense.
Quarterback run is part of their game plan.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Looking to fire. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Pitts. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Quick strike complete. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30. What a nice job to get through your progressions and find your man open on the drag.
And you can't do that without good protection up front by the offensive line, giving you a little bit of time. And you're right, the QB had time, saw the matchups, finally saw that drag come open, completes the strike, gets the first down.
Quickly complete. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped.
Well, that's great timing by the quarterback and receiver on that out route. If you're going to be running that against man coverage like they were there, that ball has to be thrown early, and it's got to be thrown out in front of the receiver, and they execute it perfectly.
They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. He worked his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. 2nd and goal coming up.
3:25.
Using the quick game. Touchdown, Huskies. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. A methodical drive, soul-crushing, spirit-breaking, and it ends in a touchdown.
And listen, I know everybody wants the big plays, the big, long touchdowns and all that stuff, but putting a drive together like that is very difficult to do time and time again, and it's demoralizing for the defense. Great drive by the offense.
Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. Good news, I guess, a lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Off-play action on 1st down. Quickly out to the tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. And the Golden Flashes will hustle to the line. Back to pass. They get to him as he throws.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Here's a heat. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the 2nd quarter. That's the end of the period, and UConn has the lead. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the 2nd. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Looking downfield on 1st down. Got it behind the line. It's Amatova. And that one looks great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. The Golden Flashes have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Finds the tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed in the middle. It's Kamara. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. And the Golden Flashes are on the move.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Wants to throw on first down. Here's the pressure. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
Well, quarterback went down behind center pretty quick that time, and it makes you wonder as a play caller, against this pass rush, do you start thinking about maybe rolling your quarterback out and changing the launch point?
The Golden Flashes trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Second down, he'll throw it. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited.
Well, this offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack first down. You've just thrown an incompletion, so third in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
Rushes on him. Lets it fly. Got the big paws on it, but couldn't hang on. Instead, it'll be fourth down. And the Golden Flashes will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. The UConn offense goes back to work. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. It's complete on the right side. And he tried to string out that run, but there was nowhere to turn it upfield, and he's forced out of bounds for a loss. Throwing to the fullback, if he starts chugging, he can be dangerous, but the defense stopped him before the first chug.
Yeah, sometimes it takes a little time to get that speed up and running. It didn't have it there. Give the defense a ton of credit.
The Huskies with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. The run from the shotgun. Didn't get a whole lot of room to run. He picked up 1 or 2.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
UConn will have to punt it away. Gets the first one of the day out of there, and we saw a lot of him in that loss last week, 4 times to be exact. Guys, let's see how it goes this time for the Kent State offense. They really need to find a way to punch back on this drive, already down 14. Pocket breaking down. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play.
We just have not seen this offense look very sharp so far in this game, running or throwing it. The second half, throwing it specifically, I think they need to find a better rhythm. They've got to find a way to get some completions strung together.
Got his man on the right. Some really tough running there gets him to the 45-yard line. The Golden Flashes headed quickly to the line. They'll send the back in motion. The tight end gets the handoff on 3rd and short. You don't see that every day. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. And the Golden Flashes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. The throw. Makes the grab on the left. There he goes. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
And that's why, if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic.
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
Well, the offense trying to stay aggressive, right? You just came up with a huge play, and right away you go back to another pass. But you got to do a better job protecting your quarterback. Can't give up a sack there.
Negative play on first down. That's what a defense always wants. Second down, they'll go to the air. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Looking for more room. At the 20. Touchdown, Huskies. And they turn it into a defensive score. Look, I know it's only the second quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
Kent State, 0.
He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive.
And the Kent State offense will take over 1st and 10.
Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Fires to the tight end. Across the 30, out of bounds at the 31-yard line, and they've kick-started this drive with that one.
It's way too early in the game to say this is a must score, but man, you've dug yourself an early hole, and this offense needs to capitalize. You're not getting the football after the half, so create some momentum now while you can.
Under fire. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the passer. He'll do it himself. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Here on third down. They'll try to pop the draw. They make the stop just across the 30 at the 31. It's fourth down. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. The Golden Flashes line up to punt it away. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. UConn going back to work on offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. He steps out of bounds at the 41-yard line.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous and you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up into the 26 for the first down.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
They'll snap it from the 26 on first down. Looking to throw on first down. Snags it. Into the end zone. Touchdown, UConn. No midseason concentration lapse here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half. Running the ball, throwing the ball. They had insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Guys, let's see how it goes this time for the Kent State offense. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Palmer. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
On the
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Give to the running back. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout called. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Got enough for the 1st. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather.
Well, right away after picking up a 1st down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back. And I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on 1st down. You're starting like that. Now what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
Looking downfield very late in the half. Going for it all. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And that's a really good job by this defense being dialed in. You got a big discipline and made a good play on the football.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Didn't have anything working and just had to throw it away on 3rd down. And the Golden Flashes will send out the punt unit. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Some misdirection with the counter. And he's able to get some positive yardage before he's brought down, and that'll bring us to halftime. 1st half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, a 1st half that saw a little bit of everything there in East Hartford. And it's been a dynamite 1st half, leading to a one-sided score right now. It's not over, but I think both sides know this is on the verge of a blowout. That opposing defense is inside its locker room right now wondering 2 things. What just happened? The guys at Rentschler Field.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. The Golden Flashes will kick it away first, and we'll start the 2nd half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The UConn offense goes back to work. Not sure they had to adjust much as they'll try to build on this lead. They'll start the 3rd quarter with the run. Oh, he's got some space. Makes the stop at the 32, but he picks up 10 on that play. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's 1st down. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, you see the defense make a big play there in the RPO, and they're doing it because they're starting to load the box. If you're the play caller offensively, you might want to think about having your quarterback keep the ball and then try to throw it downfield.
To the air on 2nd down. Showing the arm strength to the left. He's got it! He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line.
To be honest, I think the quarterback was a little bit surprised himself at the play call that came in that time. You've got a 3-possession lead here in the 3rd quarter of this game. You're probably expecting some short throws, some runs. And this play caller is still asking for shot plays. And listen, you're the quarterback. You're happy to oblige when you've got the playmakers you have offensively. Just keep chucking it.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
Well, you got to give this defense credit. They have hemmed him in all game. There has been nothing for this guy running the ball, whether it's been designed QB runs or on scrambles, and a nice job there with great effort. Taking the angles away, they're able to hone in on him and get him down for a massive loss on that sack.
At the 20, he's got space. Inside the 15, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score. UConn comes to the line after getting another first down. Power football with the run. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. The play-action fake. Fires into the end zone. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Second down coming up. Wants to go up top. Under fire. Here comes the rush, and they've got it wrapped up at the 28.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
Looking for the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. Third and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is,
kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Guys, let's see how it goes this time for the Kent State offense. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
they got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 two-point conversions, everything to kind of go your way. So fast and throwing the football.
Looking to the big tight end. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
I got a feeling they went into the half and they talked about how do we create some more explosive plays on offense. First drive, you're trailing. They did exactly that. Nice job by this offense. They're going to need more of them to get back in this football game, but I like the first drive aggressiveness by this offense.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And coming out in the second half, this offense, they needed to establish this run game. They needed to get something going. They're losing. They've got to find a way to get a flow, to get a rhythm. And so far here to start this second half, defense picking up where it left off.
They go to the ground. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move, going for it on fourth down, trailing by double figures. That's the end of the period, and UConn has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll run for it. He will not get it. A fourth down stop for this defense as they... Salt this one away. UConn going back to work on offense. Off the play fake on first down. Buying some time. On the move, he fires. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
On the move. And a decent gain there before the defense makes a stop.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
And the Huskies will have it 1st and 10. Quickly to the tight end. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
An outstanding game, has taken care of the football. Now late in the game, you got the lead. That first down now tells me now it's time to start running the football, run the clock, get out of here with the dub.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
The Huskies pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run.
Everything going the offense's way. They're trying to ice this game late. They've got a really nice lead, so you just want to run the ball, high percentage throws, and keep the chains moving.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Huskies. That one puts them in really good shape to get back on the right track and get another W.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the fourth quarter.
Not taking a knee. He'll bring it out. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Guys, let's see how it goes this time for the Kent State offense. And so far, this has been a most frustrating performance for this junior quarterback. And I think it's fair to say that the corner and the rest of his buddies on defense have won this battle, keeping this quarterback in check, David.
They have. They've definitely won the battle, and you wanted to see more in this matchup. And I tell you what, this QB, we know he's got ability. And listen, I know that's a great corner out wide, but I wish he'd have made a little bit more of the simple plays and moved this offense a little bit. Been a bad day, man.
Quarterback on the keeper. Turning it on. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield. He's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field. He shows you that on that explosive play, picking up the first.
That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. And here comes the offense on second down.
Here we go.
Grabbed behind the line. It's Kamara. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Screen pass just not working there. And you figure at this point of the game, trailing, you're going to have to be more aggressive and take some shots. You usually run screen passes when you think there's going to be a blitz. But because the defense has the lead, they're just sitting back and...
Oh, he's getting ahead of Steve. Ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, and he's got it just outside the 10 of the 11. And the Golden Flashes had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Pressure coming. Short gain on the play before he slides.
Well, it's no wonder this quarterback is getting more and more confident. Not necessarily throwing it, but I think running it. You saw that earlier in this drive, too. On that last play, he's thinking to himself.
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
And, man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and makes you...
And he'll take it in for the touchdown. It won't have much impact on the outcome of the game, but it is a fabulous parting gift, a consolation prize, if you will. The result of this game is going to sting for sure, but you've got to continue to build, you've got to improve, and you can take some positives out of this late hustle and build for next week.
There's always positives, and coaches are always looking for those things that we did well. What did we do well so we can do more of it in the future? Finding some things here late that they did well.
No more room to run. They make the tackle right there, and the clock is at 0, and that's how this one will end. We sensed a great deal of confidence, almost a smugness from this coaching staff. And these guys on the field, it's as if they knew they were going to win.
Yeah, playing with a bit of a chip on their shoulder. And I think they really felt like they had a real good game plan offensively and defensively coming into this one, David. There were some matchups on the field they thought they could exploit. We saw that happen here.
No doubt. Good job by this coaching staff, understanding who's out there to make plays, feeding them the football, offense, defense.